Welcome to Joe Average Racer, and today we're going to talk about the F1 2015 patch that came out January 26, 2016. We're going to break these down into three sections: general fixes, multiplayer fixes, and sports update fixes. Under general fixes, we've got this corner cutting penalties, and now we have strict available to us, and from my understanding they've made that even more strict. So we're going to set that to strict, and we're going to run a little 5-lap sprint race here and see how strict they really are, and we'll see what else we can come up with here. Another one of the things they've corrected, and they've actually corrected a lot more than this, but I've kind of highlighted some of the things that I find interesting for myself, and one is a problem with the corner cutting. Even if you go wide in a turn and you lost time, you would get a exceeding the track limits penalty, and they apparently fixed that. So another one is the AI will no longer leave the garage at the same time in qualifying sessions. I mean, you could practically time it down to 4 minutes in a short qualifying session. When 4 minutes hit the clock, all the cars would come out of the garage and just head out on the track at once. So if you were trying to go out just after that or at the same time, it was just a cluster to try to get your qualifying run in. We're in my qualifying run right now, and we just cut a corner and we got our lap invalidated, so we're going to start last in this race. So you can watch that, or you can just listen to me. Another thing that they did was that the AI will always do 2 runs in short qualifying and in Q3. Sometimes in short qualifying, which is what I run a lot, you would see that they would only run a couple laps for their qualifying runs. That means that they were only going out for 1 session, so I guess now they're going to be going out for 2. Fixed a problem that could cause unrealistic AI lap times in practice and qualifying. I'm all for that. Unrealistic times need to be gotten rid of, so that's a good fix. Corrected the number of laps at the Mexican Grand Prix. Another feature that needed to be fixed. Minor, but we want things to be authentic, which is part of the next one too. I think because Mexico was a new track, there were a couple things wrong, and the other one was the incorrect second DRS detection zone on the mini-map that was incorrect. On to multiplayer fixes. They improved the chances of finding multiplayer in hopper games. My opinion of the whole hopper system, it's a bunch of crap. I don't think that it works very well. All of my online racing is league type racing and league practices. I haven't raced much in these hoppers, and the reason is because when you go in there, there's not very many people racing. Nobody wants to race in a hopper system. There's not near the number of people racing in F1 2015 as there are in some of these games that have hundreds of thousands of players that need a hopper system. So I don't believe this game does. I think you ought to be able to just plug in the track that you want to go to, or do some sort of a search feature as far as races that you want to find, and you can go as specific as you want, or if you can't find anything, you can start turning features off or specifics off that you want for a race, and then have more availability pop up, and when you get something that you want to settle on, then just join the race. They fixed some of the frame rate and lag spike issues in car-to-car collisions. That is always a plus to me. That's online code, so fixing part of the online code is never a bad thing. Fixed a bug that meant connections with limited upload bandwidth would appear laggy while on track and eventually disconnect. I don't know if that's a bug or not. If somebody's laggy and has limited upload bandwidth, I'm not sure I want them to be in my race anyway. So, but like I said, I never raced online much, so it's not going to be anything that affects me too much. If you look at my lap time there, even though I was disqualified, I ended up would have qualified 4th or 5th, I think. So another online multiplayer fix that I thought was worth mentioning was the change to the hopper grid order to random, so that now the Mercedes cars are not always going to start at the front. They always had the car ratings of who was stronger and who was. It's nice that if you like to drive a Manor car, for instance, that you have the opportunity to start near the front, so, or at least your teammate does if you're racing online races. Banning ABS in the session settings will now implicitly ban braking assist. Well, I think that probably should be correct and should have been done that way to begin with anyway. And then on to the sports updates. They updated the car models for several different cars: Mercedes, Ferrari, Williams, Lotus Manor, and a couple more, I think. So I haven't taken a look at it yet, but the Manor cars may actually have some sponsorship logos on them, which would be nice. Adjusted the relative performance of some of the teams and drivers. I think those were very minor adjustments. I don't think it was anything that was too fantastic or much that we're really going to see some huge leaps in our race finishes, but they did update them to the season-ending stats, I guess. So that's the major points that I found with F1 2015 patch update for February 2016 or January 2016. I think this game was pretty good overall. It's a good first out-of-the-box experience for Xbox One. I look forward to 2016 and announcements that they have hopefully coming soon on one, when it will be released, and two, features. I'm hoping that they do something a little bit more with career. Career is pretty much just a season right now, so it would be nice if you could step up and do some sort of real career where you could get contract offers and even maybe take a low team like Lotus or even like the Manor team and get upgraded throughout from season to season and actually get to the point where you might be able to bring Manor at championships. Because if you're a fan of one of those lower tier teams, you just don't get the opportunity to relish in the championship driving one of their cars unless you knock down the difficulty level to something that's really easy, and most of us really want to challenge. They don't want to just be having something given to them. So that would be probably my greatest request for F1 2016. Give me your thoughts on what you might want in the game. I know safety car is another big one that was left out. Just give me your comments on what you might want to see or what you liked, what you didn't like. And thanks for watching. Keep on gaming and go Tigers.